7-point lead with under a half a minute to play. They lost to Memphis tonight in D.C. with coverage on the Fan at 6:45. Rangers, Islanders, and Devils all play tonight. Rangers in Montreal. Devils are home to face the Winnipeg Jets. And the Islanders play Columbus tonight at Nassau Coliseum. Their first game in Nassau Coliseum in over 3 years. The first of 21 games they'll play in Uniondale. You can listen to the Islanders and the Devils tonight on radio.com. College ball, the first of today's 4 conference championship games, is now in the second half, and Oklahoma has rallied here in the third quarter. They now lead Texas 27-14. Bob Usher, WFAN 2020 Sports. The Giants are back home tomorrow to face Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears. This is Bob Papa. Join me along with Carl Banks and Howard Cross for all the action. Game time's 1 p.m. with Giants Game Day at 11:30. Exclusively on your flagship station for Big Blue. The Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM and Sports Radio 66. WFAN and WFAN FM in New York.
Geico presents 2 truths and a lie. 1. There's a Geico agent in your area. 2. They could help you save money on more than just car insurance. 3. Scientists once created a voice translator for dogs, but they destroyed it when the dogs wouldn't stop arguing about
This is Carl Banks reminding you to tune in to the Midday Show every Friday for my keys to the local games. Brought to you by Kia, only on the Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM and Sports Radio 66 WFAN from WFAN. Professional. They have the cutting-edge technology right there at 2x London to help you pick or design the absolute perfect ring. 2x London has a very large selection with great deals all within everyone's budget. So just stop in and mention WFAN. Visit 2x London today at the Americana Manhasset, East Hampton, and now at Westfield World Trade Center. London Jewelers, serving you and your family since 1926.
Fighters Unite, Progressive International Motorcycle Show coming this weekend to the Javits Center. See the 2019 models from the industry's leading manufacturers. Purchase premium gear, parts, and accessories. Plus, check out the Chevy Cycles Ultimate Leather Custom Bike Show and Vintage Bike Collection. Celebrate underwriting excellence. Experience the thrill of 2 wheels and the ride with electric motorcycle demos, riding scooters, sonars, kids zone, and more. There's something for everyone. Motorcycle Show this weekend at the Javits Center. For Chevy and details, visit motorcycleshows.com.
The Memorial Sloan Kettering, we're the #1 cancer care center in the Northeast because we have one priority, cancer care. It's why we're constantly working to discover new breakthroughs and to make surgeries even less invasive, to make treatments even more effective, and to improve cancer care for everyone who needs it. Because it ends today. Because one day cancer will be powerless. Less fear. Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center.
Weight issues and obesity are major causes of most health issues we see in our country. These health consequences are deadly. If you're overweight, it's time to make a change and break away from the norm. NJ Diet is at the cutting edge of weight loss. Check out the Satisfy Weight Loss testimonials at njdiet.com. Come on your lunch break or between meetings to one of their 7 locations. NJ Diet uses DNA testing, blood work, hair, saliva, and NJ Diet's natural bioenergetically personalized healthy weight loss programs. Patients typically lose 10 to 50 pounds in only 40 days. If you're not satisfied, NJ Diet is contractually obligated to give you your money back. There are no shots, no hormones, no surgeries. NJ Diet has 7 locations throughout New York, New Jersey. They're now open in White Plains. Doctor supervision is 100% provided every step of the way. So call today at 855-5NJ-DIET to learn how you can lose 20 to 50 pounds in only 40 days. And remember, healthy living is a lifestyle. We only get one shot at this life. Visit NJ Diet.
Place your legal sports bets at PlaySugarHouse.com. Your home for live in-game betting. You'll find a massive number of hockey betting options. We have the most exciting live in-game betting options on hockey. Like who will be the next goal scorer? Who will win the next face-off? Which team will be penalized? Next, use one of our 12 easy deposit methods to get in on the action. And when you win, we offer fast and reliable withdrawals. Sign up now, and we'll match your first deposit up to $250. More bets, better odds, more action. PlaySugarHouse.com. Must be 21 over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Come to White Plains Chrysler for big city deals with a small town feel.
I'm Melanie, Manager of IT Projects and National Accounts for American Dairy Queen Corporation. We needed a website to satisfy our home office needs and provide our franchisees with a site for communication with the home office. It's difficult to find a company that works with both large and small businesses. Thankfully, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. After meeting with us, they determined our needs and the needs of our franchisees, each one a small business. We now have an incredibly effective communication tool we love. It's mobile-friendly and allows us to manage and communicate national promotions, menu info, and a lot more. It meets all of our business needs. Just remember, when you get the urge for a blizzard or a fantastic burger, stop by your local Dairy Queen. If you're looking for a results-driven web solution that meets your needs, whether you're a small, medium-sized business, or an iconic brand like Dairy Queen, call AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com today at 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW and the number 1, and take your business to new heights. 15 minutes to save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit us at GEICO.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. With you today, we're live at Monmouth Park, the sports book by William Hill, in the sports bar, as a matter of fact. Good crowd in here watching the college football action, some watching the horses. I got to keep an eye on Aqueduct. They're about to start the 7th. Now they're coming out on track for the 7th. I got action in the 8th.
Oh, you're in the 8th.
My Kentucky Derby free bet, future horse, which I bet last week was the first week they had the betting to Churchill Pounds. Maximus Mischief is the name of the horse. He's running today at Aqueduct, has won his first 2 races at Parks, which is down in Philadelphia, in very impressive form. Goes against Better today in a stake today at Aqueduct.
Am I going to have to get a seatbelt for you here?
Yeah, about, I would say, 29 minutes from now or somewhere thereabouts.
Okay.
877-337-6666. We'll go back to the phones here. Sully from Holtzville checks in. How are you, Sul?
Hey guys, how we doing today?
We're good.
Jody, what's that horse?
Maximus Mischief is 6-5 morning line at in the Remsen today at Aqueduct. I think he jogs.
Alright, I'm gonna have to find the second one behind it if we're gonna make any money.
Correct.
Alright, I'll give it a look. Then of course I'll blame you if I don't win. Is that alright?
If he doesn't win, if you can't pick the second one, you. But if Maximus loses, you can blame me.
Okay. From a men's perspective, before I get to your point, I'm hearing that Seattle's picking up 60 million out of this, and then that's going to be on the hook for 50 million. If they're building that as the 36 million from Bruce and Swanback and 21 million kicked in from Seattle as the 60 million, then the Mets are on the hook for an actual $60 million for the next 5 years. If you know he's good for 3 years, you got to build that out and call the last 2 a wash. So would you be signing this guy for 3 years at 20 per? He's only going to have 2 good years. Would you be signing this guy at 2 years at 30 per? Now, everything else is just built around science. And as good as he is, DeComo is making a point there, and Gary too. You could sign out of Vino for 3 years at 11 per. Robinson probably 2 years at 18 or 20. I mean, they're not Diaz and they're not as young as him. What closes are volatile and closes are cheaper than they used to be.
Well, Robinson is not as good as Diaz.
No, not even close. Not even close. But
did you see enough of Familia the last 2 years to not want a guy coming in the 9th inning that keeps you on the edge of your seat and is walking everybody? Wouldn't you rather see a guy who comes in and averages 15 strikeouts per 9 innings?
Yeah, you don't want to see DeGrom start get flushed away.
Right.
When he's thrown 7 innings and 2 hits. But take a look at Britton, Gary. As great as he's been for the past 3 years, the 3 years prior to getting hurt, he came back, and I wouldn't say he was past the rusty point. He was walking the house.
He was very ordinary with the Yankees.
Yes, and then you turn around and say, when and where did it come from? He's not an old guy. He's 30 years old.
I'll serious injury. So let me ask you, and or Gary, who do you think over the last 3 years in Major League Baseball have been the 3 best closers in baseball? I'll tell you, I think, tell me if you agree or disagree. Chapman, Kimbrel, and they all drive their respective fan bases crazy. Kimbrel, Chapman, Jansen. Would you argue with me that those are the 3 best relievers in baseball over the last 3 years?
He's come up really small in the postseason.
What are you talking about?
In the World Series?
Jansen, well, they had to get to the World Series, right?
I'm talking about the World Series. He came up small.
He's had a couple of not great outings, but he's also had good outings. Oh, by the way, that's the point I'm trying to get to. Kimbrel led the Red Sox to the World Series this year, right? They won despite playing out 12, 13, 14 million, whatever it was. They won the World Series closer, right? Right. The Yankees won 100 games this year with a run to their closer. They're paying them 7 figures per year, right? And you had 2 straight World Series in a row with Kenley Jansen, who gets paid. So paying relievers a big chunk of change. The importance of relievers continues to diminish in baseball. And we don't say the exact opposite. If you don't have a star closer, you're not going to the World Series.
No, Jody, I tell you, you're right, the results are there. But look at what Kimbrel
Isn't that what we're talking about? Isn't that what life is all about? The results. Aren't the results of what we're all playing for? Isn't it a meritocracy? Team meritocracy, what the team does?
Yes,
And
but
Kimbrel,
at 18 million per.
and you're like everybody else. You buy into these stupid sabermetric stats. Kimbrel was shaky. Kimbrel was shaky. Kimbrel was shaky. He didn't blow the game. He put guys on. He let runs score. Did they actually have the parade in Boston this year?
I believe they did. But you know what? You know why they didn't have the parade in Flushing 3 years ago? It's because Familia blew 3 games in the World Series.
Well, Familia wasn't Diaz.
But
at no point in his career has Familia ever been Diaz.
He was perfect in the postseason up until the World Series until he went to that. What is it? The quick pitch.
You're going to blame
the bottom of the ninth.
You're going to blame more on Familia or Lucas David Wright. One big play. Couldn't make a play defensively. I'd say it was more that than Familia.
They were already down 3-1 in the World Series at that point. Well, I also blame, Murph in Game 4 was let the ball go through his legs. But Familia had 3 blown saves in the World Series after being unhittable in the first 2 rounds.
Understood, but I think that people are downplaying the importance of a closer in the game.
Oh, no, maybe we're arguing the same point from a different angle. I agree with you. I think you have to have a shutdown closer to win a World Series. I'm saying the Mets didn't win the World Series because Familia, who had been a shutdown closer, they're very... Closers and relief pitchers in general are very volatile.
And I'll go even further with you. If all 3 of these guys are available, all 4 of these guys are available. Chapman, Kimbrel, Jansen, and Diaz. Which one are you taking today?
I'm taking Diaz.
There you go. Then he's better than the 3 best closers in baseball for the last 3 years. How do you not put a high value on that if you're the Mets?
Well, that's why you're trading 2 of the best prospects to get him.
That's why I think it can be a very good trade. He's Gary Myers. I'm Jonah McDonald. We are Mega Myers live at Monmouth Park. The William Hill Sports Bar. We're hanging out this afternoon. Continuing to take your calls at 877-337-6666.
Town Fair Tire is Connecticut's largest name brand discount tire dealer. We give you the guaranteed lowest price on all name brand tires and honor all manufacturers' rebates. We even honor our competitors' rebates. With 96 stores from Connecticut through New England and an inventory of over 600,000 tires, you'll always get the right tire at the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Hey, it's Carl Banks for Kia. I've been telling you how much I love driving my Kia Sorento. But it's not just that the Sorento is rugged and refined, its smooth ride, the safety features, features like active all-wheel drive, the advanced system that gives you control in all types of weather, or the technology. It's everything. And the quality of my Sorento really does impress me. Now you can discover Kia's industry-leading quality and why customers are very happy with their Kia Sorento purchase with just a simple test drive when you stop by your local Kia dealer. This month, Kia is offering great deals on Sorento, the larger SUV that has anti-lock brakes standard, the available third-row seating, just like the one I'm driving, the head-turning Optima sedan that is loaded with comfort, the sporty Forte sedan, which has tons of technology, the Sportage, built for life's adventures, or the classic yet modern Stinger. To check out all the great offers on the full line of Kia models, just visit KiaDealers.com or stop into your local New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut Kia dealer today and tell them Carl sent you.
This holiday, the best internet meets the best things to do on the internet. Switch to Fios and get a year of Amazon Prime and an Amazon Echo 2nd Gen on us. Already have Prime? We'll cover another year. With Fios and Prime, you can stream Prime originals in 4K, get free games with Twitch Prime, and get fast, free shipping on over 100 million items. So switch to Fios Gigabit Connection plus TV and phone for just $79.99 a month with a 2-year price guarantee and a 2-year agreement. Plus get a year of Prime and Echo on us. Only need internet? No problem. Get internet starting at $39.99 per month. Fios, the fastest internet in the U.S. 100% fiber optic network. 100% phenomenal. Go to getfios.com today. Fastest major ISP PCMag.com 2018. Taxes, early termination, equipment, and other fees, insurance applies. Speeds up to 940/880 megs. Availability and speeds vary. Auto pay and paper-free billing required. When your Amazon Prime has a $119 value. Amazon is not a sponsor of this promotion. Offer ends on 30/19. Full terms at getfios.com.
This message is driven by the Hess Toy Truck. Giants.com is the only official place to get up to the second Giants news 24/7. Check out exclusive interviews with players and coaches, and get great analysis from our experts like Bob Papa, Carl Banks, David Beal, and more. Big Blue Kickoff Live is our very own Call and Talk show. Every weekday at 1:30, call in to talk Giants football with Paul Latino, Lance Meadow, Russ Salzberg, Jeff Beagles, and yours truly, John Snow. On MSG Networks, Giants Postgame Live comes your way after every Giants game. Every Friday night and throughout the weekend, Giants First and 10 gets you ready for game day. And on Saturday and Sunday, it's Giants Chronicles, a look back at Giants history. And don't forget that every Saturday night at 1 o'clock on My 9, it's Giants Access Blue. Make sure to follow the Giants on social media. At Giants on Twitter, on Instagram, and Why Giants, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/WeAreGiants. This message was driven by the Hess Toy Truck. The 2018 SRV with ATV and motorbike is on sale now, only at HessToyTruck.com. Order your 2018 toy trucks today.
Lease a new Island Toyota with no charge wear and tear protection and a great low payment. Or buy an Island includes a lifetime warranty on every new Toyota. Island's got your back. IslandToyotaOffers.com.
Original hard powertrain warranty of 1% ends 1/15/19.
Looking for the perfect gift this holiday season? Something that will take on meaning as the years go by? Ancestry DNA is more than a gift. It's a unique discovery. Ancestry DNA could tell you if you're from Sicily, Senegal, Sweden, or all three. No other test brings family stories to life like Ancestry DNA. With over 350 region results, there are 2 times the geographic detail of other DNA tests. For a limited time, Ancestry DNA is on sale for $59. Visit Ancestry.com/gift to get a gift today. That's Ancestry.com/gift.
Good afternoon at 2:40. I'm Bob Huesler. Last time St. John's was 7-0 to begin the season. You got to go back almost a quarter century. They are now 7-0, and they get there by coming from way back.
Here's the inbounds pass, and it comes in. Alvarado, 3/4 court shot at the buzzer. Air ball, and it's St. John's that defeats Georgia Tech as the Red Storm rally from 16 down in the second half to win here 76-73.
Tom Minko had the final call on the St. John's IMG Sports Network. Indeed, St. John's was down 16 in the second half, and they rallied past Georgia Tech out of Miami. 76-73 was the final, with Shamori Pons leading St. John's. He had 37. St. John's is one of fewer than 20 teams in Division I that remain undefeated. They're the only undefeated team in the Big East. Seton Hall lost today to Louisville, 70-65. The Pirates are 4-3. Fairleigh Dickinson is down 18 against Holy Cross with under 13 minutes to play. Fairfield and Army are tied at 49 with under 6 minutes to go. Knicks play Milwaukee tonight at the Garden. Nets are in Washington. We'll have it on the Fan at 6:45. The Rangers visit Montreal. The Devils are on to play Winnipeg. There's the Islanders and the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight at Nassau Coliseum. Islanders and Devils hockey on radio.com. College football, Big 12 championship game, 6-point game, 5:35 to go in the third quarter. Oklahoma leads Texas 27-21. Bob Fisher, WFAN 2020 Sports.
We've got NFL doubleheader action tomorrow as the Giants host the Bears at 1 p.m. Plus Sunday Night Football from Pittsburgh as the Steelers take on the LA Chargers. Our coverage begins at 11:30 with Giants Game Day, exclusively on your flagship station for the New York Giants and NFL football. The Fan, Sports Radio 1019 FM and Sports Radio 66, WFAN and WFAN FM, New York.
Riders Unite, Progressive International Motorcycle Show coming up this weekend in the Javits Center. See the 2019 models from the industry's leading manufacturers. Premium gear, parts and accessories. Plus, check out the GMP Cycles Ultimate Winter Custom Bike Show and vintage bike collections. With not a motorcycle riding expert, clear east and Pirelli, 2 wheels, and discover the world with electric motorcycle demos, riding instructors, sonars, info, and more. There's something for everyone at the Progressive International Motorcycle Show this weekend at the Javits Center. For tickets and details, visit motorcycleshows.com.
SRV with ATV or motorbike. Get it down at S1Truck.com with quick shipping and Energizer batteries included.
What's in store this holiday at your local Staples?
Giving and receiving. And receiving some more. This year, give the job of bringing your holiday cards to Staples, and you'll receive big savings.
And this week only, get 40% off custom holiday cards and invitations at Staples. Plus, when you spend $50 on custom printing, you'll receive a $15 print coupon.
So, happy holiday to you.
Staples, there's a whole lot in store this holiday.
About 11/22 to 12/118. Exclusive supply. In-store only. See associate for details.
The wait is finally over. Dell's biggest Cyber Week ever is on. Save big on Cyber Week deals plus get free shipping on everything. With massive deals on Dell computers with 8th Gen Intel Core processors, the hottest gaming gear, and top brand electronics like Google Smart Home, it's a sale you won't want to miss. Just call 800-BUY-DELL or visit Dell.com/CyberWeek. Call 800-BUY-DELL for more Cyber Week deals.
On the park today, sports book by William Hill. We keep the phones rolling the rest of this hour. Top of next hour, we'll give some props to the Dallas Cowboys, which go on the Giants schedule. That could come down to be a big game, last game of the season. Cowboys-Giants.
Can you imagine if the Cowboys came to win the division? The Giants, despite what the record at the time, they hate the Cowboys more than they hate any other team, actually giving them a pretty good game.
We'll be taking the snaps from the Giants on that Sunday. Also, you have to be clear. Before comes Cowboys Day and the day after the Dallas Morning News. Going to join us at the top of the hour.
I just want to mention something real quick. I told people about 2 weeks ago about that event we're going to have December 5th at Foley's with myself and Bob Glauber.
And I had Bob Glauber on the network the other day about his book.
Yeah, it's a great book. It's a great book. And Hank's book is terrific too. We know my book is great. It goes without saying.
Without saying.
Yeah, of course. But we have moved back due to some unforeseen circumstances. That event is now going to be on December 19th at Foley's at 7 p.m. So we really hope people come. And it's going to be a fun night of just talking football.
Still at Foley's, but moved from the 5th to the main street.
Exactly, at 7 p.m. and no cover charge. And just sit around and Bob and Hank and myself with you, Batista's NFL Network. I'm calling her. Bob's calling her the moderator. I'm calling her the referee. We're going to have a great time.
Sounds good. 877-337-6666. We'll get back on the phone. Wait for me, Paul. It's up on the phone. Hey, Rich.
Hey guys, how you doing today?
We're good.
Good. So I got to take you back a little bit on this Pinot and Edward Diaz trade. I hear what you're saying that teams that have very good closers win the World Series, but I think that's more a product of being a very good team. Edwin Diaz has one good season. He's 24 years old. We've never seen him in any sort of pressure situation.
Hold on. He hasn't very good the year before, too. Not as good as he was last year, where you could argue he's the best closer in baseball. But it wasn't like he wasn't good the year before either.
But we haven't seen him in any sort of pressurized situation either, which is the point. The whole
He you got one of the season last year, right?
They were in the race in a little bit in July and early August, but that's not pressurized the same way Jerry's familiar. That was huge Mets fan, and him blowing game one. There was a 15 World Series immeasurably. Also, Lucas Duda could throw a ball 90 feet, the Mets are World Series champs. Well, we know that's not what happened. To make a trade and take on potentially, from all the reports, $60 million in payroll for a closer that's never done it in a big spot and a 36-year-old second baseman, I just absolutely hate. I think it's the wrong move. I'm not opposed to prospects. I just think it's the wrong guy to move the prospects for.
How about you think about this? I can't remember exactly what the stat was, that they said if the Mets had scored a minimum of 3 runs every time LeBron pitched, he would have won like 28 games, and if he scored 2 runs, he would have been a 20-game winner. Well, how about bringing somebody in the back end of the bullpen that can protect the 1-0 lead or the 2-1 lead, where they could make up 10 games in the standings just by having a good back end of the bullpen to pick up from the ground in the 8th or 9th inning.
But in actuality, I think more games because you were kind of looking at it. He scored up runs, of course. And Robinson Cano is going to make his team a better offensive team next year. Is he going to be overpaid? Yes. But is he going to make them a better offensive team? They is. And they think that, DeGrom is going to win more than 10 games this year just by adding Robinson Cano and Diaz gets the save as a tail end or he had a couple games thrown by the bullpen. But a bunch of them line left, he was trailing 2-1. He goes 7 innings, give up to me at 1 line, they're losing 2-1. Bullpen may or may not give up runs thereafter, but he wouldn't have gotten the win anyway. I think it's more the offensive addition, even than the bullpen addition.
I don't think they're done. I don't think there's any question that they're not done. I'm just hoping, and as we talked about this before, that DeGrom is not, that Syndergaard is not the pitcher that they're using to either try to replenish some of these prospects that just gave up or to get another bat, because it's, I know that the analytics are all that we're talking about now, but it's still baseball. And when you get down to the pressure situations, and if you're fortunate enough to get in the playoffs, you gotta have good pitching. And I just don't think that the approach now that you have instead of having a strong pitching staff, what do they call these guys now that start games, and the relief pitchers that start games? The openers. This is just taking baseball and turning it upside down for no apparent reason. It's still baseball, and if you can get a strong 7 innings out of your starter, it certainly increases your chances of winning rather than having to patch together 4 or 5 guys, which increases the odds that one of them is going to stink that night and get you blown out.
I agree with you. Paul from Newark, up next here on a fan. Hello, Paul.
How you guys doing today?
We're good.
So I called about the NFL thing, being hot in the cheese, but thank you for the Mets thing, the lifelong Mets fan. I'm happy for the closer. I just hope we don't get into the Lou Ron Roberto Alomar era where we pay past superstars and they come and play well with the Mets.
Well, as far as that, I'll just say that's certainly the risk here, and it does not appear by the way that Cano finished the season after coming off suspension that he's on the downside yet. He hit 317 after he came back from suspension. Now, players change in the offseason. That's why from one season to the next, you can say, we never know what a guy's going to lose it, no matter what sport it is. So the Mets have to hope that Cano comes in great shape, that he's been hitting some in the offseason, and he hits the ground running, because they can't afford for him to be one of those guys like Jay Bruce who hits 200 through the middle of May.
And the next couple of pickups, I hope they're more younger guys with talent than older past superstars. But the NFL, it seems to me that they're more concerned with their shield and their public perception than doing what's right. A video comes out and all hell breaks loose. Same thing on Ray Rice. They had him dragging his wife out of the elevator unconscious, but until they saw the video of him punching her in the elevator. What do you think happened in the elevator? He's driving around. So when a video comes out and the public goes in an uproar, they do something about it. That tells me they're more concerned with their public perception than doing what's right. It's all about money, and I think the NFL is wrong for that.
Well, you know, what made the Ray Rice situation even worse is there was a first video that was already out that showed him dragging her out of the elevator. The second video was the one that showed him punching her. But how did the NFL think she wound up on the floor of the elevator, unconscious, had to be dragged out? They didn't need to see the second video. I don't want to say at least in this case, but in this case, there was no video until yesterday. So it becomes a question of, what did the investigation show? Well, he didn't wind up getting arrested or charged. And there was no video to show the chiefs or the NFL what happened. So you're going on the word of Hunt, the women, and his friends. And you know what happened in that case.
They need to do a better job of investigating, for sure.
Right.
Appreciate the call. Thanks for checking in. Question for you on this. TMZ gets a hold of the video. They procured it from someone.
Right.
It could have been the hotel itself, which had the video, and turned it over to the local authorities, or it could be the local authorities, that there's someone who had access to the video, decided, hey, I can get my hands on this, I can make whatever it is. $50, $500, $5,000, I have no idea what that videotape cost TMZ, but whatever it was, they paid for it, and someone got their palm greased. You think it was the hotel, or you think it was the local authorities?
Well, I mean, it could be either. I'd like to think if someone took money for it, that it wouldn't have been the local authorities. You'd like to have a little more faith than that, but who knows? How about this? Maybe it was a hotel worker who happened to stumble across it, nobody in a position of authority, but then taped that video on their phone,
Right.
and said, "Well, look what I got." TMZ pays to get their stuff, correct? So I'm just guessing who put the money on this, and I'd like to think it wasn't the local authorities.
So here's where the question gets tricky. And you are critical, our call was very critical, but you are as well, about the NFL and their quote-unquote security department. People at Roger Goodell, and he always points to Roger, but it's people who are under Roger, who he's responsible for. Eventually it all flows downhill, and he's going to take the grief for it. But it is other individuals that he puts in place to get this for him. Should the NFL be more aggressive? Should they be TMZ-like and be willing to pay? They can ask for it. They ask the hotel. The hotel says, listen, we can't give it to you. We have respect of our client, blah, blah, blah. We gave it to the authorities. You go to the authority. You want it, get it from the authorities. Authorities say, it's a court case. We can release it. No, you're not going to get your hands on it to us. TMZ's getting it. They're getting it from somebody. Should the NFL go to the same lengths that TMZ goes to procure that tape itself?
Well, I mean, that's an obvious answer. Of course they should. Because now look what they got. If they don't get it, TMZ's going to get it at some point. That has been established already. The Ray Rice thing, you got the impression that the NFL, not that they didn't care about domestic violence, but they didn't treat it as seriously as they should have. And one of the criticisms, well, you know, it's a bunch of men running the NFL, you know, they kind of push this to the side. So to destroy that perception and to presumably improve the investigations, they hired a bunch of women who are very accomplished in this field that obviously would never be inclined to cut a guy a break for domestic violence. And it still isn't working.
That's on the NFL.
All I gotta say.
And let me say this again, I said it earlier. I understand the Chiefs, because the same person I just said, the NFL, the Chiefs could have done the same thing. They have their own security department. They can put people out. They can talk to employees of hotels or the local establishment. And they could have gone the extra mile to get their hands on his videotape because it's their player. He's an NFL player, but he's specifically a KMT player.
You do find in these cases that the teams defer to the league.
Should they?
Well, no. I mean, if
That's my point.
Maybe no. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying the protocol in this is always that the teams defer to the league, which is what the Giants did. I mean, here the Giants are the cornerstone franchises of the NFL who always held themselves to higher standards. And like you said before, for a 40-year-old place kicker, they put their neck on the line and got more criticism for that than they did what they did to Eli Manning last year.
Do you think the league has a worry that a team, if the team says hands up and said, we'll let the NFL handle it, that's the way it was decided in the big owners meetings, that we're going to run everything through the league, do you think because there's a fear that some teams would sweep stuff under the carpet?
I mean, the cover-up is, in many cases, is worse than the crime.
Right.
So it turns out that the chiefs knew about this stuff and knew about the existence of a video and didn't tell the league about it or didn't view it themselves, then that's a horrible reflection on the morality of the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's why I say the Chiefs are as responsible, if not more so, than the league to find the tape, add the tape, act on the tape. If it's out there.
Well, I can't disagree with that.
They know, we don't know what they did or didn't know. These guys, I'm Jordan McDowell. We're live from the park in Sportsbook by William Hill. We got an hour left to go. Coming up next, we'll talk some AFC East football. David Moore, who covers the Cowboys for the Dallas Morning News, joins us at the top of the hour. Life is more fun with skin in the game. That's why Resorts Casino Hotel in Atlantic City has partnered with DraftKings to create the ultimate sports betting experience. From prop bets and parlays to futures and live in-game betting, DraftKings Sportsbook at Resorts will offer thousands of ways to bet, featuring ultra-high definition video walls, comfortable stadium seating, exceptional food and beverages, and the best service. Check out DraftKings Sportsbook at Resorts today. Visit resortsac.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I must tell you, shopping is usually a very difficult thing for me. That's why Indochino is fantastic. Indochino is going to help you dress well in a suit, and it's going to fit perfectly. There's no longer any excuse I used to have for finding and wearing an ill-fitting suit. Get one that is made to measure at such a great price. It's a unique experience there where you can play the role as designer in consultation with the style guide at the Indochino showroom. They have 4 locations here in the New York area: Soho, the financial district, the one I went to, the mall at Short Hills, and on Madison Avenue. Indochino makes high-quality custom-tailored suits, shirts, chinos, and blazers. Each garment is made to your measurements, customized by you, and delivered in just 2 weeks. This week, our listeners can get an extra $25 off any purchase of $300 or more when using the code Evan at Indochino.com or any of their New York showrooms. There's an additional $25 off their lowest advertised price. Plus, the shipping is free. So use that promo code Evan to get an extra $25 off your order. Book your showroom appointment now at Indochino.com.
Welcome to Air Italy, a new kind of airline where every detail has been carefully crafted to immerse you in true Italian hospitality and style. Fly from JFK and discover the wonders of Italy. Experience the fashion of Milan, the history of Rome, or simply relax on the incredible beaches of the Amalfi Coast, Sicily, and Sardinia. Round-trip flights start from $440. So visit airitaly.com or call 1-866-387-6359. Air Italy. Imagine the world differently.
I'm Melanie King, Manager of IT Projects and National Accounts for American Dairy Queen Corporation. We needed a website to satisfy our home office needs and provide our franchisees with a site for communication with the home office. It's difficult to find a company that works with both large and small businesses. Thankfully, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. After meeting with us, they determined our needs and the needs of our franchisees. Each one a small business. We now have an incredibly effective communication tool we love. It's mobile friendly and allows us to manage and communicate national promotions, menu info, and a lot more. It meets all of our business needs. Just remember, when you get the urge for a blizzard or a fantastic burger, stop by your local Dairy Queen. Looking for a results-driven web solution that meets your needs. Whether you're a small, medium-sized business, or an iconic brand like Dairy Queen, call AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com today at 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW and the number 1, and take your business to new heights.
It's time to join the millions of people made happy with Zoom video conferencing. Zoom gives you flawless video, crystal clear audio, instant sharing across any mobile, tablet, or desktop device. But the best thing about Zoom? It just works. So ditch the distractions, join the movement, and meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Visit Zoom.us to set up your free account today. That's Zoom.us. Zoom Video Conferencing.
Experience banking the way it should be at the First National Bank of Long Island, a bank where everyone knows your name, with branches throughout Long Island, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens. Member FDIC.
It's a full weekend of New York sports talk with Richard Meir, Evan Roberts, Jody Mack, and Gary Myers, Chris Moore, and of course, Football Sunday, tomorrow morning at 9 with Mark Malusis and David Deal, live from Red's Restaurant across from MetLife Stadium. We also have Nets basketball tonight as they head to Washington, D.C. to face the Wizards. And coming up tomorrow, it's NFL action with the Giants and Bears at 1 p.m. and the Chargers and Steelers at 7:30. All great reasons to make us a part of your weekend. The flagship station for New York sports. The Fan, Sports Radio 1019 FM and Sports Radio 66, WFAN and WFAN FM, New York, a radio.com station.
There's a 302, perhaps St. John's could add some intrigue to the basketball winter. The Red Storm are now 7-0, and today they rallied in the second half after being down double digits.
Shamari looks up at the shot clock, 3 seconds to shoot, 2 seconds to shoot, forces up the three, from the right side into long range, 2 inside the three-point strike, the St. John's goes ahead by 3, 69-66.
Domenico had the call on the St. John's IMG Sports Network. Shamari Pons hits that long two, and he finishes with 37. The Red Storm are down 16 today, and they rallied to beat Georgia Tech 76-73. They're 7-0 for the first time in 24 years. Seton Hall lost to Louisville 70-65. Army defeats Fairfield 63-60, and Fairleigh Dickinson lost at Holy Cross 67-49. Knicks and Nets both play today. The Knicks tip off shortly after 5 o'clock at the Garden. Knicks and the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Nets try to rebound off of their brutal loss last night at home. They are in Washington tonight to play the Wizards with coverage on the fan beginning at 6:45. College football is the championship game of the Big 12, and it's all tied. Texas and Oklahoma deadlocked at 27 with 13 minutes to play. Rangers on the road tonight. They have only 3 road wins in the season versus 10 at home. Tonight they try to get that rare road victory when they visit the Canadians. Lost 5 in a row. The Devils play Winnipeg in Newark. They 4 in the league. It's Patrick Laine, who has 21 on the season. And for the first time in over 3 years, the Islanders are back home to play at Nassau Coliseum. Tonight's opponent is Columbus Blue Jackets. You can listen to the Islanders and the Devils tonight on radio.com. When giving gifts this holiday season, be environmentally sustainable when it comes to the wrapping. Wrap gifts with old newspaper, especially on the comics. It all starts with one thing. Find tips and more. One thing, US.com. 43 degrees and partly cloudy skies at Central Park, and that's what's happening. I'm Bob Eastler on 1019 FM and Sports Radio 66 WFAN, your flagship station for New York sports. Listen to us anytime and anywhere. Just download the radio.com app. Myers on the fan. We're live from Monmouth Park today. Monmouth Park Sports Book by William Hill for 7 days a week. We're wagering on football, basketball, hockey, soccer, golf, baseball during the summer. You got the World Series. You got your champions. They got future books for you today. Celtic 41. If Jake Robinson, don't know, is going to work to his Yankee form. Just about the World Series. That's up today, William Hill at Monmouth Park. We're here for another hour. Going back and forth between baseball stuff with playing college football. Texas and Oklahoma tied at 27. Texas just missed the PSP, got Oklahoma got to get the ball. Hit the crossbar and got down major point to tie it at 27 in the fourth quarter. And also mixing in some pro stuff as well. And is our next target. Cowboys have, over the last 10 days or so, stamped themselves into the team to beat in that division. And especially the Giants the last game of the season. Which will be very interesting by the time we get. David Moore joins us from the Dallas Morning News. He's their beat reporter, been doing it forever. He's with us here on the field. David, Jerry McDonald, Gary Myers here. How are you, bud?
Great. How are you guys doing?
David's been covering this such a long time, Jody, that we stopped there in Tom Landry's office the morning afternoon after he got fired. We found him. I told you how the search was on in Dallas to try to find Landry after he got fired, and David and I found him at the same time, and we sat with him, and we felt like we were sitting on history. And David, that was a long time ago. And it didn't seem so long ago that people were saying Jason Garrett's getting fired. Cowboys were 3-5. They just lost a terrible home game to Tennessee. What has gotten into this team besides the obvious addition of Amari Cooper?
Well, what they did was, and this was just before they fell to 3-5, and that was coming out of the bye, really bad loss at home to Tennessee. And that's when they come to 3-5. And everything that has led to this current 4-game win streak was put in place before that. And it actually happened when they walked off the field and lost in Washington. When they lost that game, Jerry Jones, for one of the few times after a game, did not talk to the media. Instead, he sat in there with his son, Stephen Jones, sat with Will McClay, their personnel guy, and Jason Garrett was in there. And that's when they determined that we can't win the division the way our offense is currently constructed. We need to go out and we'll give up a first-round pick for Amari Cooper. Now, it wasn't just Amari Cooper because they get him in, and then several days after that, they determined that, you know what, we made a change with our offensive line coach in the offseason where we wanted to incorporate some new technique. It's not working. Let's let Paul Alexander go, your offensive line coach. And, you know, it's not completely unusual to see coordinators released during the season. Very unusual to see line position coaches released during the season. But they did went back to their former blocking style. And all of that together, and then their rookie guard, Connor Williams, had a knee injury, so they had to start Xavier Suafilo out of necessity at left guard. He's the guy who has both 41 starts in this league. It's come together since then. An offense that was really non-competitive and inefficient is now, it's certainly not up to the level that the elite in the league, but it's doing enough with that outstanding defense that I think everyone saw just how good it was with that win over New Orleans. Now it's not a drag on this team, and it is they will win 4 straight.
Jerry Jones gets the last laugh on this one, at least short term, because I would say more people are going to question the Cowboys trade for Amari Cooper. It wasn't necessarily worth the first-round pick, and it was a for-now trade, and it didn't look like the Cowboys were going to be in it for now. But yeah, they are. Cooper is winning quite nicely. Thank you very much. And Jerry is smiling all the way to first place in the NFL because of it. Who should get credit for that? Cooper, Dak, offensive coordinator. He's certainly playing better for the Cowboys than he was for the Raiders before they acquired him. Who gets the credit?
Well, first of all, I would say that the personnel department gets to be blamed for making a determination that they could go into the season and do it by committee with the players that they piece together. So this was a move of desperation. And I will give the personnel department credit for saying, you know what, we made a big mistake here. We can't make this work the way we thought we could. We're going to have to go out and do this. And does that mean you overpay to get Amari Cooper? Yes, but that was put itself in a position where it had to overpay. They justified it, one, because their offense was shooting to start at the half point. And two, they said, well, you know, he is 24 years old, and we think he's a pretty good fit for our system. So it's not like we're giving away first-round pick and the guy's 26, 27 years old. We're going to sign him to a big-time contract, but we have a little better feel for him than we would a rookie receiver. And if this guy's going to be better than the receiver that we're going to have to take in the first round in April and not get the use of him the rest of the season. So all of that conspired to convince them that it was worth overpaying in order to get him. So, I mean, if you want to say who, Jerry Jones has always been the guy in the room who's willing to do the risk-reward ratio. He's willing to take a bigger risk than anyone else in that room, and ultimately the consequences to him or to the team, they aren't to him job security. So I think I would say Jerry and Stephen Jones are pretty forceful to look. Let's go ahead and go all in and do this. And as Jerry mentioned earlier, I don't know that Jason Garrett was on real solid footing at that point either. And I think he was said, we've got to get this offense fixed right now because it's going to do no good if this offense at the end of the season if you're not going to be part of it. So I think it was led by Garrett in the season, and I think everyone let him know.
David, when you're going into the season that the Cowboys had a lot of good, young defensive players, and you can see them developing during the course of the season. But what they did the other night against the Saints was the major take that you would get out of that game is that they took this offense that was seemingly unstoppable, that played with great quickness and speed, and played old style, I think, smash mouth, NFC East style defense, and just hit them in the mouth and almost took away the will of that Saints offense. How did you look at it, and did this come out of the blue for you that they were able to put together a performance like that?
Well, yes and no. Look, this defense has been very good, and we have a sample size now. Going into that New Orleans game, it should be final 5 games of last year, and added them on to this year, which gives you a sample size of a full season of 16 games. This Cowboys defense held opponents over the previous 16 games going into the New Orleans game to 17.4 points. I think you saw this building toward the end of last year, everything that they started to devote to the defensive side of the ball started to click and come into play. The depth in the defensive line, the offensive linebacker, more physical secondary, and they've been going and getting better this season. All of that being said, I didn't think they would be able to shut down every single facet of New Orleans offense. I thought they would be able to take away the run game if that's what they wanted to do and force them into more passing situations than the Saints team really likes to do right now. I didn't think they would be able to take away the screen game the way they did, but they just shut them down across the board. And, going into that game, DeMarcus Lawrence was, everyone in the Cowboys locker room, they didn't say it, but really every question they answered all week was, you guys are playing better now, but how in the world can you stop this Saints offense? Do you get overwhelmed when you watch them on tape? Are you in awe of what they can do offensively? And really, all of the questions that the players and the coaches fielded all week leading up to the game were very dismissive of their ability to win the game. And I think all of them knew that, filed it away. And the only one who said anything going in was DeMarcus Lawrence, their outstanding defensive end. And he said, look, and he was still giving them credit, saying they were the best team in the league and praising Breeze and all he could do. And then someone said, well, how much credit does their offensive line get for how they're playing this year? And then that's when he kind of snapped and he said, well, I think we're playing pretty good too. And they said, well, yeah, but what about the offensive line? He said, well, look, he said, a lot of teams, when they can do whatever they want, look great. What happens when you hit them in the mouth? Then they have to play with the stress. Then you do that and you choke them out. And that's what we're going to try to do. And that's what they did. He went out and he did that. And it happened time and time again. And I thought you even saw it early in the game where Sean Payton used a challenge early in the game on a completion and a fumble that didn't go his way, and the fumble took it a little farther, and he went for that, and then they went for it in the first half on fourth and goal from the 1. And they could have gotten a field goal, and it still would have just been a 7-point game at that point. I think he knew then that Dallas defense was playing at such a high level. They were going to have a tough evening on their hands.
David, we've got 5 games left to go. Cowboys half game ahead of the Redskins right now. Game and a half over the Eagles. You split with the Redskins already. The Redskins both, and I'll say fairly handily on both, didn't have to come from behind or rally or make a late field goal to win. Who do the Cowboys think poses their biggest threat in the AFCs? Philadelphia or Washington?
Well, that's a real good question because they finished with Washington and they split with them. When you look at what Washington has lost, beyond just the quarterback position, but all their other skill players that they're down and other injuries they have across the board to key players, I think they feel Philadelphia is really going going to be their biggest challenge here. That being said, I think they meet Washington and Philadelphia meet Monday night, and then Dallas hosts Philadelphia here a week today. In my mind, the way this is set up, Philadelphia has to win that game. If Philadelphia wins that game, then you kind of play this thing out to the end. But if Dallas can beat Philadelphia then, right after that, the Eagles have to go on the road to play the Rams, and then have to go home to play the Texans. And the way the Eagles have looked this season is not, I don't think the odds are in their favor of playing both of those games. So Washington has the easiest schedule, but to me it has the most extended, most significant losses. And the Eagles have clearly the worst schedule left. I think Dallas will have to play their way out of the division for a remainder of the way. I really believe that.
So the other thing I was thinking as I was watching the game the other night was seeing Dak Prescott counted on and trusted to hold on to the ball in key situations. It's alarming how many times he's fumbled this year. What's up with that, and how do they fix it during the course of the season?
Yeah, that fumble at the end of the and that gave New Orleans a chance was really unexcusable. They were going to score there. It would have basically out of reach, and to lose the ball there. What you've seen is he's already been sacked more this season than he has in any other season in his career. With injury, it's not what it was. He holds on to the ball too long. He says he works on ball security, and they say they don't have a problem with his fumbles. But it's reached the stage, I don't see how you can say that isn't a problem. In fact, they lost that Washington game, what we were talking about earlier, because he fumbled and he didn't want to give up his safety in the end zone and trying to get out. Fumbled the ball, and Washington got a touchdown, which led to their victory there, which led to the trade for Amari Cooper. So, he's not throwing interceptions, he's fumbling, and this offense is still not good enough where it can squander their scoring chances when they get down in there. And Gary Jennings is going to, I think the whole crux of the debate in Dallas and elsewhere about whether or not Josh quarterback or not, you could see earlier in that series where they had a 3rd and 10. He made a spectacular run, weaving in and out of tackles, being elusive, and then right at the end, being a power runner to stretch out and get it to ensure the first down. Stood up, flexed, a huge first down, then coming back on the very next play, Ricky Michael Gallup gets behind Eli Apple. I think you guys have heard that play together before in New York. Goes behind Eli Apple, gets 10 yards behind him, is wide open. Open for no one else on that side of the field for a touchdown that would ice the game with 6 minutes left, and he overthrows it just seconds after making a spectacular play to keep the chains moving and get them possession. And so to me, in a nutshell, that crystallizes the debate on Dak Prescott and where he is on his career right now. All of that being said, Alyssa, since he's come in the league in 2016, this is pretty remarkable. Tom Brady is the only quarterback in the league who has more wins as a starting quarterback than Dak Prescott.
David, great stuff. We appreciate the Cowboy insight. You see up here, when you go up end of the season, Cowboys may be winning the division here at life last game of the season. Thanks so much for hopping on with us. Appreciate it, Rick.
Enjoy it, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, David. David Moore covers the Cowboys for the Dallas Morning News. Go with us on the day. Back to Myers live from on the clock. We're at the William Hill Sports Club. We'll be hanging with you for another 40 minutes. Jody's horse just won the race. He has pulled away relatively impressively down the stretch. Jody is now rich, and he does not need to be the last 40 minutes of the show. Hey, got 7 to 5, which I didn't think I was going to get tonight. I thought he was going to be 4 to 5, as a matter of fact. 877-337-6666. Last 40 minutes on the phone for you to ban. Good afternoon at 3:20. I'm Bob Huschler. St. John's was down 16 points today in the second half in Miami. A neutral floor showdown against Georgia Tech.
And the Red Storm win it. They rallied past the Yellow Jackets 76-73. Shamori Khan scored 37 as the Red Storm improved to 7-0 for the first time since 1994. And as St. John's was rallying to win today down in Florida, Seton Hall at home could not hang on.
Shamori looks up at the shot clock. 3 seconds to shoot. 2 seconds to shoot. Forces up a three. From the right side into long range. 2 inside the 3-point spot. The St. John's goes ahead by 3, 69-66.
As we had the pleasure of listening to John Nickel once again with one of the big shots in that St. John's win over Georgia Tech. Seton Hall, as mentioned, couldn't hang on at home against Louisville. They were up 9 in the second half. Cardinals beat the Pirates 70-65. Knicks play tonight at the Garden against Milwaukee, and the Nets are on the road trying to bounce back from their awful loss last night at home to the Grizzlies. They play the Wizards. We'll have it on the Fan at 6:45. Rangers on the road tonight. They play in Montreal. 3 road wins so far this season for the Rangers versus 10 at the Garden. Devils on to play Winnipeg, trying to stop their 4-game losing streak. And for the first time in over 3 years, the Islanders are home tonight at Nassau Coliseum. Islanders and Blue Jackets, Islanders and Devils hockey tonight on radio.com. College football is the Big 12 championship game in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma leads Texas 30-27. Bob Easter, WFAN 2020 Sports. The Giants are back home tomorrow to face Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears. Hi, this is Bob Papa. Join me along with Carl Banks and Howard Cross for all the action. Game time's 1 p.m. with Giants game day at 11:30. Exclusively on your flagship station for Big Blue. The Fan Sports Radio 101.9 FM and Sports Radio 66. WFAN and WFAN-FM New York. Atlantic Health System urges you to act FAST for stroke signs. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, timing is critical. Call 911 immediately. With the holiday approaching, the New Jersey Transit Police Department reminds you that we all need to work to keep our transit system safe. If you ride the train or bus, if you live or work near a station, be alert and aware of your surroundings. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Report suspicious activity to 1-888-TIPS-NJT or text your report to NJTBD. Report suspicious activity to 1-888-TIPS-NJT or text your report to NJTBD. So I got her a Peloton bike and I found it. He got me a Peloton. She still has no idea. So obvious, right? Crazy. They have dropped a hang or two. She runs studio workouts. No, I just don't have time to get there. It's got all kinds of classes. Endurance rides. 30-minute pop rides. Even country. His thing. No. I'm definitely right. I guess he can ride it too. Give the gift of Peloton. One Peloton. Or try the Peloton bike at one of our 10 New York area showrooms, including Short Hills Mall.
An official message from Medicare. Open enrollment ends soon.
So now's the time to be open-minded.
Look at everything, like prescription drug plans and Medicare Advantage plans from private insurers.
Why? Because plans change. So open your health needs.
I found lower costs and extra benefits and saved money.
Open to something better? Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE today.
Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
6. That's 888-736-1146. If you have a game callers 9 or 21, sound like that. Hit us up at free, OTAclass.com, and see if you can score some passes there. And I talked to a lot of my students about this, and I'm sure that you do too. When we're talking about the exam kind of an approach, that's one of the things I always like to really talk about, where we're saying, don't just be a stock trader. Be a stock trader and an options trader. And the futures trader. Right there, I give 3 assets, just very, very quickly, we see great vehicles of creating different streams of income. We can build a dividend income stream, and a derivatives income stream, and a commodities income stream, and a job, and an equity income stream. Right there, there's 5 sources of income. And like we talked about earlier, the average millionaire has 5+ streams of income. I don't know if anywhere else besides the financial markets that really create that type of access to different sources of income. But what are some of the streams that you've been what are some of the experiences some of the students have had with exactly this antenna idea? Well, it comes down to one thing. If you think about the financial industry, it's the only industry where a layman, non-professional, can really outperform the professionals with some education and some coaching. So what I find is, if you think about any successful person in this world, whether they're actors, whether they're professional sports athletes, they all have coaches. Millionaires having coaches. Why? Because they can always keep improving, but learning things they're not aware of. And that's crazy to me that we think we can do this without a coach. For all these people who are truly successful have coaches. So this is really the year that a lot of people are starting to look at their lives again, where they want to be, where they've been at. It's always that time of year to reflect. And what's very fascinating is we might come to the end of this year, the way the markets have been performing, where the entire year was a wash. No money was made at all this year. So think about it. If you're doing the typical buy and hold, which the industry has told you to do, and you bought things along the year right now, and the market stays flat, you're giving your money to them not for free because you paid fees on top of it. So this is about getting yourself to the point where you can understand how you can be in the driver's seat to make money regardless of the market's dead. More importantly, start creating a financial plan that works for you so you can have the year of your life. Absolutely. Roy McElroy as a coach. You or somebody you know is struggling with addiction. Please call this toll-free number right now. 800-390-9528. That's 800-390-9528. By calling your addiction team, we're taking the first steps to recovery. The help you need could be one call away. 800-390-9528. Make the free call now. 800-390-9528. Your addiction team is a third-party advertiser for various trading centers and placement networks. And if you're also a varied, visit youraddictionteam.com/terms for more information.
Welcome to Air Italy, a new kind of airline where every detail has been carefully crafted to immerse you in true Italian hospitality and style. Fly from JFK to discover the wonders of Italy, experience the fashion of Milan, the history of Rome, or simply relax on the incredible beaches of the Amalfi Coast, Sicily, and Sardinia. Round-trip flights start from $440. So visit airitaly.com or call 1-866-387-6359. Air Italy. Imagine the world differently.
Gary Myers live from Monmouth Park, the Sports Park by William Bell. We've got 30-some odd minutes left. We get a bunch of calls in here. 877-337-6666. For those of you running around listening to the college football action, Oklahoma's taken a 32-27 lead over Texas. Under 8 minutes to play now. Oklahoma's got the ball, going to try and advance their lead. They haven't blown out Texas any sense of the imagination here. And they are potentially one of the teams who can make the Final Four. And Georgia's still going to play Alabama later today in the SEC Championship game. If they lose, Oklahoma could move by. Ohio State, if they get a blowout win over Northwestern, they'd be in the mix. It's going to be led itself to some good debate later on today or later on tonight. As of right now, Oklahoma up 32-27. If you play the under in this game, I think you're in good shape. Seems like a lot of points scored. 60, almost 60 points, 59 points. The over-under was 82 or 83. It was outrageously high. So the under looks good. I'll give you one you're looking at the lines and wondering if he should take advantage while he's in Jersey of making a bet. I'll give you an over-under for tomorrow. NFL. Okay, go ahead. Steelers, San Diego. San Diego's played very well. We know Philip Rivers completed how many in a row last week? 24 to start the game. Pittsburgh coming off the loss to Denver. Very motivated this week, still control that division. I think both defense, San Diego's defense, now that they've got Bosa back, is better than it has been all year. The under-over is 52. I don't think they're scoring 52 points. I think that's got 21-17 written all over it. So I would take the under in Pittsburgh, San Diego. Just because I'm your buddy. I missed all your, you know, I didn't give you a winner here now. You didn't give me this horse you just bet on. I did. I told you about it now. The more the race went off. Yeah, but you didn't run out racing. I just got down my ball. You told me if I bet $2, I would win 220. So we were 8-1. The winner is a winner is a winner. 877-337-6666. it was kind of interesting going on your CD at the bank and stuff. I give it 100%. I give it 120% of the fun. But 60% of them is relative for a while. You don't really know what's going to but we did Ira. Are you in the bars in Nashville right now?
And we don't even know if the new coach that's going to probably come in is going to keep the guys that are play well. So to me, the most disappointing part about this year, plus going back third, and what's going on in my game team like this, but he regressed. And forget about the wins and losses. The team was just, the team did not improve. The team was just god-awful. But the situation that, up until now, Donald has regressed. Unless he steps in and let's say starting next week and show some progress, to me it's almost like a rough deal.
Well, I thought all along, Ira, that the season would be judged on how the Jets feel about Darnold at the end of the year. Whether we've seen enough to know that the arrow is pointing up or whether it's pointing down or it's just kind of leveled off. And you're right. The last time he played, he threw 4 picks and got hurt. So it's hard to say that, right now that he's getting better. I truly believe that you're not going to see how good Sam Darnold is until the coaching gets better. And, remains to be seen who the head coach is next year. But I would be shocked, first of all, if Todd Bowles is still here. And I'd be more surprised if they don't bring in a coach who passion and whose specialty is offense and quarterbacks. Because Donald is right now, and you have to do everything you can to make sure that he develops to become.
I agree. Well, I agree. And by the way, I think it's going to shoot their fire yet. The last time we played down in Nashville, 2 weeks later, Retro got going. So it's unfortunate, but sometimes the guys are made out to be coordinators, and they just can't take that step to become a successful head coach.
Ira, always a pleasure. Let me go to back to Arnold here, Derek. We assume that the Jets are being protective of it. That if there's no reason to put him out there if he's 80%. Right. He's going to be 100 when he plays again. What if he doesn't get to 100 till there's 2 weeks left in the season? Do you say, hey, 2 weeks is better than no weeks, so I would miss the entire time? Or do you say, he can only go out, get hurt again, have another poor pick game, now he's sitting on that in his brain all year long rather than just having missed the second half of the season? Is there any thought that if he is on? No, I think they have to get him back on the field as soon as they feel it makes sense medically. And obviously you don't want to do anything to risk a re-injury. But so, regardless of how many games are left on the season, once he's cleared, I know they haven't announced it yet, who's going to start. They've said it'll be one of those kind of decisions, but there's absolutely nothing to be gained by putting him back out there unless he's fully confident in his foot. But there's a lot to be gained that once he's healthy, to put him back out there to try to end the season with a little success, which is certainly a possibility, but there's also the possibility of him not playing well and or getting hurt. Risk reward, that's what. Well, if he plays poorly, then is it any worse than going out in his last game right now where he threw 4 picks? Yeah, it is. He's going to throw more picks in December. Yeah, maybe 2-4 picks. He's probably not going to do that. You know, that doesn't happen that often, but I'm just saying. I think it's more important to get him back out there to try. I think it's worth the risk to get him back out there to try to end the season with somewhat of a positive note than letting him miss the entire second half of the season and really not gained anything by it. The one outweighs the good risk. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Marty, Ralph, Phil, hang in there. We'll get you guys when we come back. He's the Iron Myers. I'm Jody McDonald. Final segment coming up. Live from Monmouth Park, the sportsbook by William Hill. Top of the hour, you got C-Mode. Don't even think about touching that dial.
I'm Melanie King, manager of IT projects and national accounts for American Dairy Queen Corporation. We needed a website to satisfy our home office needs. We provide our franchisees with a site for communication with the home office. It's difficult to find a company that works with both large and small businesses. Thankfully, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. After meeting with us, they determined our needs and the needs of our franchisees. Each one a small business. We now have an incredibly effective communication tool we love. It's mobile-friendly and allows us to manage and communicate national promotions, menu info, and a lot more. It meets all of our business needs. Just remember, when you get the urge for a blizzard or a fantastic burger, stop by your local Dairy Queen. If you're looking for a results-driven web solution that meets your needs, whether you're a small, medium-sized business, or an iconic brand like Dairy Queen, call AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com today at 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW and the number 1, and take your business to new heights.
John Roberts may be over 70, but nothing slows him down. When he's not teaching, working out at the gym, or paddleboarding, he spends as much time as possible with his grandkids. So when John was diagnosed with prostate cancer, he and his doctor set out to find the most effective treatment option, and hopefully, one that wouldn't keep him from his active lifestyle. They ruled out surgery, but looked into radiation treatment.
When I learned that conventional radiation would mean daily appointments for 7 or 8 weeks, I knew that wasn't going to work for me.
John and his doctors ultimately found the perfect solution. CyberKnife radiation therapy at the #1 CyberKnife center in the country, NYU Hospital.
CyberKnife was ideal for me. Treatment took just 5 brief appointments in 1 week. There was no pain and no side effects, so I didn't miss a minute with my awesome grandkids.
To learn more about CyberKnife, call 1-866-WINTROP or visit nyuwinthrop.org. NYU Winthrop Hospital. Your health means everything.
These are the moments sports fans live for. Well, they just got better. William Hill, America's #1 sports book, has just touched down in New Jersey. They've been taking bets on sports for over 80 years. So if you've got a gut feeling, bet with William Hill on the app and at WilliamHill.com. William Hill. 21 plus only. Most physical present in New Jersey. Terms and conditions apply. 1-800 Gambler. Registered 800 Gambler.
Shopping is usually a very difficult thing for me. Why Indochino is fantastic. Indochino is going to help you dress well in a suit, and it's going to fit perfectly. There's no longer any excuse I used to have for finding and wearing an ill-fitting suit when you can get one that is made to measure at such a great price. It's a unique experience there where you can play the role as designer in consultation with the style guide at the Indochino showroom. They have 4 locations here in the New York area: Soho, the financial district, the one I went to, the mall in Short Hills, and on Madison Avenue. Indochino makes high-quality custom-tailored suits, shirts, chinos, and blazers. Each garment is made to your measurements, customized by you, and delivered in just 2 weeks. This week, our listeners can get an extra $25 off any purchase of $300 or more when using the code EVAN at Indochino.com or any of their New York showrooms. There's an additional $25 off the lowest advertised price. Plus, the shipping is free. So use that promo code EVAN to get an extra $25 off your order. Book your showroom appointment now at Indochino.com.
Town Fair Tire became New England's #1 discount tire dealer by giving you the absolute lowest prices guaranteed. And with 96 stores from Connecticut to Maine, we'll beat anybody's price. And we mean anybody. Other dealers, we beat them. Warehouse clubs, we beat them. Online sites, we beat them all every day. So remember, for the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Good evening. At 3:40, I'm Bob Richler. St. John's is 7-0 to begin the season for the first time since 1994, and they remain undefeated after digging themselves into and out of a big hole today. They were down 16 in the second half against Georgia Tech, and they rallied to win at 76-73. Shamari Pons led St. John's with 37. And as St. John's was coming from behind, Seton Hall at home in the second half had a lead on Louisville. Couldn't hold on.
Not across midcourt. He fires up a three-pointer. No good. It's points out. And Louisville, after beating Michigan State on Tuesday night, comes on the road, comes from 9 points down in the second half. And Louisville defeats Seton Hall 70-65.
Gary Cohen has that final call courtesy of Learfield Sports as Seton Hall drops to 4-3. Fairfield loses at Army 63-60. Holy Cross defeated Fairleigh Dickinson 67-49. College football, Oklahoma appears to be on its way to a championship in the Big 12. They now lead Texas 38-27. 2:04 to go in the fourth quarter. Knicks and Nets both play tonight. Knicks and the Milwaukee Bucks at the Garden. That game tips off shortly after 5. And the Nets bounce back from their tough loss, brutal loss last night against Memphis. They're in D.C. tonight. We'll have it on the Fan at 6:45 as the Nets try to stop a 5-game losing streak. Rangers on the road. They play the Canadians, trying to bounce back from their shutout loss a few nights back in Ottawa. The Devils are home to play Winnipeg, match up against the league's top goal scorer, that's Patrick Laine, who has 21 on the season, 13 goals over his last 6 games. And the Islanders are home tonight, really home, at the Nassau Coliseum for the first time in over 3 years. They play the Blue Jackets, Islanders, and Devils hockey on radio.com. Bob Easter, WFAN 2020.